Come with me to the Wine Consumer Lab. Yes, this is a lab dedicated to studying how people choose and buy wine. And if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Tony, the Wine Psychologist. I study how consumers perceive and select wine based on the science of psychology. This is the lab that I work out of at Brock University in Niagara, Canada. This is the first lab of its kind in the world because it's dedicated to the 3 R's. What does that mean? It stands for the 3 types of realities we can study consumer decision making in: virtual reality, augmented reality, and, well, real life. What's a recent insight from the lab? Today, I'm going to talk a bit about extrinsic cues. What's an extrinsic cue? It's something outside of the wine, something that can be changed by a marketer after a wine's been bottled, like a wine label, a neck tag, or messaging that can influence a consumer's perception of the wine before they've even taken a sip. So what's a recent insight from the wine lab? Well, in a recent experiment on the influence of displaying whether a wine has won an award or not, what we found is that for casual wine consumers, so consumers with limited wine knowledge, they'll be more likely to want to buy a wine displayed with an award, even if it's an obscure wine competition. However, for consumers who are more knowledgeable about wine, if they see that a wine has won an award, it really depends on the source. Is it from decanter or a smaller competition? The influence could go either way. In my research, I usually start with a question from industry like, what type of sustainability messaging works best for consumers to pick the more sustainable wine? And then I set up the retail shelf space, varying the type of messaging on hypothetical in-store signage or on the wine label itself. And then I observe and record what people select and statistically analyze whether certain wording makes a significant difference, as well as the psychology behind how that wording is perceived. After I find a result in the lab, I usually like to replicate it in a real-world setting like a winery. Usually what we find in the lab also happens in real life. Hope you learned a bit about how I investigate the psychology behind wine choices. Thank you for joining, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out as I uncork the secrets of psychology.